Welcome to Bible Quiz Central. Our quizzes are perfect for the whole family and a great way to build your knowledge of the Bible together. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss a quiz. We post new videos every week. Each video features 10 challenging questions that will help you learn and grow in your faith. Ready to test your knowledge? Let's get started. Who was Ruth's mother-in-law who played a significant role in her life? Naomi, Sarah, Esther, Deborah. Naomi. Ruth 1:3-4. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with her two sons. They married Moabite women, one named Orpah and the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years. What was Ruth's famous declaration to Naomi when she decided to stay with her? I will serve you always. Where you go, I will go. Your faith is my faith. I will return to my people. Where you go, I will go. Ruth 1:16. But Ruth replied, Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. In whose field did Ruth glean grain when she returned to Bethlehem with Naomi? Boaz, David, Solomon, Jonathan. Boaz. Ruth 2:3. So she went out, entered a field, and began to glean behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she was working in a field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech. How did Ruth show loyalty and kindness to Naomi after the loss of their husbands? She gave Naomi all her savings. She married another man immediately. She left Naomi and started a new life. She decided to return to Naomi's homeland with her. She decided to return to Naomi's homeland with her. Ruth 1:16-17. But Ruth replied, Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me. Who was Ruth's great-grandson, who became the greatest king of Israel? Saul, David, Solomon, Joshua. David. Ruth 4:17. The women living there said, Naomi has a son, and they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. Who was Esther's cousin, who raised her and encouraged her to act on behalf of her people? Haman, Elijah, Mordecai, Samuel. Mordecai. Esther 2:7 and 4:13-14. Mordecai had a cousin named Hadassah, whom he had brought up because she had neither father nor mother. This young woman, who was also known as Esther, had a lovely figure and was beautiful. Mordecai had taken her as his own daughter when her father and mother died. He sent back this answer, Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? What brave action did Queen Esther take to save her people, the Jews? She confronted the king. She fasted for 3 days. She hosted a banquet. She exposed Haman's plan to the king. She exposed Haman's plan to the king. Esther 7:3-6. Then Queen Esther answered, If I have found favor with you, your majesty, and if it pleases you, grant me my life, this is my petition, and spare my people, this is my request. For I and my people have been sold to be destroyed, killed, and annihilated. If we had merely been sold as male and female slaves, I would have kept quiet, because no such distress would justify disturbing the king. King Xerxes asked Queen Esther, "Who is he? Where is he, the man who has dared to do such a thing?" Esther said, "An adversary and enemy. This vile Haman." Then Haman was terrified before the king and queen. What was the name of the king who chose Esther as his queen? Xerxes, Solomon, Saul, Cyrus. Xerxes. Esther 2:16-17. She was taken to King Xerxes in the royal residence in the 10th month, the month of Tebeth, in the 7th year of his reign. Now the king was attracted to Esther more than to any of the other women, and she won his favor and approval more than any of the other virgins. So he set a royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Why did Haman plot to kill all the Jews during the time of Esther? He wanted power over the Jews. He was jealous of Mordecai. The king ordered him to do so. He wanted Esther to leave the palace. He was jealous of Mordecai. Esther 3:5-6. When Haman saw that Mordecai would not kneel down or pay him honor, he was enraged. Yet having learned who Mordecai's people were, he scorned the idea of killing only Mordecai. Instead, Haman looked for a way to destroy all Mordecai's people, the Jews, throughout the whole kingdom of Xerxes. What Jewish festival celebrates the deliverance of the Jews through Esther's courage? Passover, Purim, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah. Purim. Esther 9:26-28. Therefore, these days were called Purim, from the word pur. Because of everything written in this letter, and because of what they had seen, and what had happened to them, the Jews took it on themselves to establish the custom that they and their descendants, and all who joined them should without fail, observe these 2 days every year, in the way prescribed and at the time appointed. These days should be remembered and observed in every generation by every family, and in every province and in every city. And these days of Purim should never fail to be celebrated by the Jews, nor should the memory of these days die out among their descendants. That's it for today's Bible quiz. How did you do? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed, give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We appreciate your support. Got prayer requests? Leave them below. Thanks for watching. God bless.